Welcome to the Dave's Had Enough Show, episode 51. It's just me and Old Dirty right now. I sent out some invites. Aussie Gamer, I sent you out invites. You've been bugging me all week to come on the podcast. I sent you 3, just so you know. So if you watch this video, I said it. How's it going, Old Dirty?
Hey, what's going on, Dave? What's going on YouTube?
Glad to have you, buddy. All right, I guess what we're going to kick it off with first. Driveclub hit 2 million copies sold. Can you believe that, Old Dirty?
You know what? That's pretty cool. You know, it hit 2 million. I'm really not surprised that much, but I mean, it really had no competition. You know what I'm saying? To go up against, like, there's no other racers out there besides what Need for Speed. And
You got Need for Speed. You got the one you just picked up. What was the one you picked up? What's the name of it? You there, Old Dirty? Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me, Dave?
Yeah, I hear you now. You might have been breaking up a little bit. What's the one you picked up today? The open world racer? I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, the crew.
The crew you got Need for Speed Rivals, you got Forza 2, Forza 5, well, Forza Horizon 2, Forza 5.
Well,
I'm just saying in general, those are the racers that are out there. But on the PlayStation side of things, you got the crew and Need for Speed Rivals. And I don't think there's any other ones, right?
Right, there's nothing else. So I'm not too surprised that it actually sold, 2 million. Because there's no other racers, besides the crew. And if you didn't like the crew, then I guess you would go with, the other racer, the Driveclub.
And people have to take into consideration, this has nothing to do with the free PlayStation Plus version. This was all 2 million sold before they released that, they said. So it's good. I mean, it's good. So we'll see another Driveclub, Driveclub had some issues starting out, but I do own Driveclub, and I have to say this: I own Driveclub and the season pass, and the game is fantastic. They just dropped another expansion for it. What the hell was it called? It's the horsepower expansion where they give you more cars and shit. They had it first with Driveclub, but they didn't have any American cars. Now they got American cars in it. And every bit of DLC with the season pass, I would say that most of the games I've played this generation, Driveclub delivers when it comes to the season pass. And their season pass is only, I think, $24.99. Well worth it. The game did have a rough start, like a lot of games, like Master Chief Collection had a rough start, Assassin's Creed Unity. I mean, the list goes on with rough starts, but over time the game got better. Just saying. How's it going, Aussie Gamer?
Good, you?
Glad you could join, man. I sent you invites, making sure you got on. I announced in the beginning you're wanting me to come on the podcast and asking.
Am I too loud or just right?
Huh?
Am I loud or am I
loud. Your sound's good, man. You're fine. Can you hear him all dirty?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Well, glad to have you on, the Aussie Gamer. How's it going today, man?
Good.
Okay. We're talking about the whole Driveclub reaching 2 million sold and had nothing to do with PlayStation Plus version. This was all sold before it hit the PlayStation Plus version. What do you think about that?
Good. Very good.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think the game's a very underrated game. I picked it up one day. I picked it up at GameStop for sale. I think I had it for it was like 20 or 30 bucks. I got it used. I think it was like 20 bucks or 25 bucks. I can't remember, somewhere in there. And I ended up getting the season pass, and I was really impressed with the game. David Maddox, my buddy, he was telling me about it. He says it's a great game. I heard like everybody, oh, the online wasn't working, blah blah blah. So I stayed away from the game. The online is fine now. It's all working. The game is fine. It's actually a pretty good exclusive. Just like a lot of games on the PS4 that I played that are exclusives I like. I like knack. A lot of people don't like knack. I like knack. I thought it was a good exclusive. What was some? Bloodborne's a great exclusive. But they don't. I mean, to be fair, they don't really have that many yet. But you know, eventually, I think over time, the PS4 will have the better exclusives. Like, I do have to agree with Old Dirty. We're talking for the podcast. If you had to sit here and say what console does have the better exclusives because they have more, is the Wii U. I will have to say that about the Wii U. They do have more exclusives, and they did have some decent exclusives that I thought were pretty good. What about you? Old Dirty? What do you think exclusive-wise with the PS4? How do you think it's doing?
So far it's so. I mean, for what we got at the beginning of this, like the beginning of this year to the middle, you know, we only got what Bloodborne. Shit, what else was exclusive? That's the only thing I can think of is Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, Knack, Killzone, Shadowfall, 4. If you're talking like AAA, you know, it didn't really get that much, but it did get a fair amount of indie exclusives and stuff like that. But like AAA, it's like very, you know, it's like hit or miss, like not many, you know.
Yeah, I mean, just like this year, it's not really too many that's coming out this year. You know what I'm saying? We have the Uncharted collection. We just did God of War 3 remastered.
Well, you had Last of Us remastered, which, believe it or not, did very well for a remastered game. And you have to count it as an exclusive. No matter what people want to say, it is exclusive to the PS4, just like the Uncharted collection will be exclusive to the PS4. Now, with the whole Gears of War Ultimate that's coming out for the Xbox One, that's going to PC. But, you know, I have to be honest, I'm a console gamer, so I count that exclusive for me, because where I have to go to play it, I have to go to the Xbox One. It is on PC. I could sit here and say Street Fighter V is an exclusive to PS4 because it's on PC, but I look at it as exclusive to the PS4. But if you go by these YouTube rules, it's not. You know.
Right.
So, but now they got some exclusives. They got remasters, which, you know, as much people want to ignore remasters and say they're nothing, remasters fucking sell, and people buy them. People always say, "Oh, I'm not gonna buy this game. I've already played it." They buy it, the fucking game. I see more of these people are bitching saying they're not gonna buy remasters. They're mainly the ones buying remasters.
Yeah, that's true.
Sicilian.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah. So basically, that's the Driveclub situation. Now moving into one of the main topics I want to talk about. PS4 sold, I believe, what is it,
25 million.
25.3 million?
Yeah.
I believe that's it. I had it all written down. I want to talk about that. Sold 25.3 million, I believe, and that's for the month of June, up to the month of June or something. I can't find my notes, but that's pretty impressive. You know, they said it took the PS2, I believe, 2 years and 8 months to reach 20 million sold. The PS4 did it not even within 2 years. Or what's the PS4 did it pretty much within 2 years, or it's not even at its 2-year mark or something. Hold on. I had it all written down. Hold on. Yeah, it took the PS2 2 years and 8 months to hit 20 million. The PS3 is 25.3 million sold and hasn't even been out 2 years yet.
Oh, wow.
What do you think of that? What do you think about that, Aussie Gamer? You think this could be the next PS2? Could you think it could beat PS2 records, the PS4?
I hope so, man.
What about you, Old Dirty?
Will it beat the PlayStation 2? Like what you talking about overall, or what?
Do you think it'll outsell the PS2 in its lifetime sales?
I doubt it. I mean, it's on a good start. You know what I'm saying? It's selling well, but I don't think it'll outbeat the PlayStation 2.
It has a chance. If it
So you got a
happens.
console right now in its lifetime already beat the PS2 in its sales. Like the PS2 wasn't even near this at this time. Took it 2 years and 8 months to reach 2 million, and it's at 25.3 million with not even 2 years. You don't think? I think it's going to beat it.
Nah, I still got my doubts. I mean, I think it is. I think the PS4 will sell maybe like what the PS3 sold. It'll probably be around there.
No, I think it's gonna. I mean, I respect your opinion, but I think it's gonna outshine. It's gonna definitely sell more than PS3 and the 360. Definitely, I think. I don't know what it is that's really selling this console so much. Like, I mean, I could sit here and go over some things like I've done in previous podcasts, but I mean, I guess they're just really doing some great advertising for the damn thing. It's like a lot of people say, you know, they took that whole PS3, 360's playbook from Microsoft and just fucking ran with it. You know, they're riding on third party. That's it. I can't sit here. I love Sony, but I can't sit here and deny that they are riding on third party. They're good at making exclusives look like theirs. Like not third party games look like theirs. Like it's an exclusive. Like when they bundled Batman with the fucking game, sold a bunch of consoles.
Yeah, that's true.
You got people thinking Batman's exclusive to PS4 and it's not even on the Xbox One. You know, some people like your casuals.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ozzy? Why do you think the PS4 is selling so well?
Better advertisements, better features, power.
Okay,
Power.
the power.
Yeah, this generation is all about power now these days.
Yeah, power is a big thing. Like that's all people really care about is it's all you hear is power, power, power this, power that, you know. I don't know, it's like when I now owning an Xbox One, I mean each system has its flaws, but I can tell the difference in graphics, but it's not that much of a difference, but there is a difference. I will admit that. There is some pretty good looking games though on the Xbox One, but some of the exclusives on the PS4 just look fantastic. Like Driveclub looks great. You know, what's another one that looks? Oh, Last of Us Remastered. Like they made it look really good. You know, so and the Order looked fucking fantastic. You know, if they could get more games out on it like the Order that looked that good, damn. I mean, I'd love to see that. But I just don't know. I think they just really did some great advertising. Like Ozzy said, the power thing's a big issue. People want that 50% more power. I think third party is a big issue. Like, I think that's something that's helping. I think the whole streaming thing. Now, one thing I will say with the Xbox One and the PS4, I've streamed on both of them. And the PS4 just has a better streaming service. Their whole Twitch thing is just set up a lot better. And people love streaming. You can deny streaming all you want. I've heard some YouTubers say, oh, you know, when they were going on about Nintendo don't need, you know, Twitch or none of that. People love streaming. It's something that people this generation like to do. It's really taken off this generation. Would you guys agree? Or?
Yeah, it has.
I mean, I think anything that came from this generation that really, I mean, you can't say, it started like, what, last generation? I don't know exactly where streaming started, but I seen like maybe PC's been doing it for a long time, but with consoles, basically, you know, with the features, them putting the feature in there that you can actually stream, it pretty much started this generation for consoles actually having that feature. And it's taken off. A lot of people just like to sit on Ustream and just, you know, sit there and talk to people, do Bible study. Old Dirty, you like streaming on Ustream, right?
Yeah, I like streaming on Ustream.
Yeah, you enjoy it. You show off your vinyl collection. I mean, it's something that you couldn't do with the 360 and the PS3, I guess, unless you had a capture card. You know, but they have these features implemented into the PS4 and the Xbox One. So basically, you know, that's all I could think of what's really making that console sell, but that's pretty good. Next thing I guess we'll get into is the whole zombie. It's not zombie U. I want to say zombie U, but it's zombie. Zombie will be coming out August 18th, I think, if I'm correct, on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. What do you think about it, Aussie Gamer?
They lost in its first. What can I say?
Do you think it's a smart move for them to bring that game over? You know, it was a Wii U exclusive, and now it's a multi-plat, pretty much.
Mm.
Do you think it's going to make a difference on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC? You think people are going to go out and buy it? They are changing some things to the game, and they are actually adding new melee weapons. They're actually giving you a shovel and a baseball bat instead of you just run around using the fucking cricket bat.
Well, that's good. I mean, the first game was all about the cricket bat. You know, the only weapon is a cricket bat in the W. So, that's good, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Do you think it's smart of them to actually release this again? Do you think it's going to do good on the PS4 and Xbox One, or is it just people? It's going to be a digital only title too. It's not going to be physical.
I don't think it's not gonna sell as much as it did in Wii U. But that's my opinion. It's not gonna sell much.
Okay, what about you, Old Dirty? What do you think of the whole thing with Zombie, not Zombie U, Zombie?
Well, I mean, it's the same game. You know, they just took the U off. But I still don't think the game is going to do that good because, I mean, for once, when it did come out for the Wii U, you know, you had people, you know, griping about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can only have a cricket bat, and you know, and you're doing the same thing over and over. You know, with the cricket bat, don't look all that good, and blah blah skippy. So, I mean, with the few changes that they're doing, that you can, you know, have a bat now or something else that you said. I mean, it's still basically the same game, and you're not going to get that experience that you got on the Wii U and the gamepad. I just want to see how they actually going to do that, you know, without the gamepad. I mean, it can be done, but once you play it on the gamepad, it's pretty cool. It's unique, and I seen what Ubisoft was actually doing when they made it for the gamepad. I actually understood it. Most people didn't, you know what I'm saying? But I actually understood what Ubisoft was doing with the game, and I actually enjoyed it. So I want to see exactly how well they do. I don't think it's going to do that well, but I mean, who knows?
Well, I think they're going to charge $60 for this. That's what I was seeing in the comment section.
60?
I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's a $60 title. I hope not. If it's cheaper, I might pick it up again. I don't know, because I actually enjoyed Zombie U. It was one of the few games, you know, that I thought really stood out on the Wii U. I mean, the Wii U did have great exclusives. But that was one I really did like, and I'm surprised it didn't do that well, you know. I was just a little shocked because it was actually a pretty good game. You know, it was a good exclusive, I thought, and, you know, a lot of people didn't really pick it up according to Ubisoft. They are going to pretty much, you know how you had the gamepad sound with the TV sound? They're going to implement all that into surround sound or some shit. I was actually looking at the video that I believe it was on IGN. They were talking about it. So we'll have to see how it all goes. Trying to see what else they had. They said the sound mix between the gamepad and the main screen will be redone if you have surround sound. Will open the backpack. Will open up take up most of the screen, where you don't have to pause the game. So that's what. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting what they're gonna do with how you had the gamepad and the TV versus not having the gamepad anymore. I want to see how they pull that all off. That's gonna be that was one thing that Zombie U that stood out for the Wii U version. Why do you guys think that they're releasing this game for you know, next generation consoles?
They probably just want to make a quick buck. That's all.
You don't think this could possibly be the game that Ubisoft had sitting on the shelf for the Wii U that they were wanting to release, but they weren't releasing it for some reason? They were wanting to see the Wii U's install base go up before they released it?
Well, it's two things they could be doing. They could be doing it, just for a quick cash grab, or they could be doing it just to see how well it's selling. Maybe they do have like a part two in the making. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they want to see how well it does on Sony and Microsoft and PC. So they maybe can make a sequel. But I think these are like the only two that I can think of why they releasing this game. Because nobody is really looking for it.
Well, just to go a little bit more about that, I think this is the game that they were holding off on, Zombie U2, and I think this is why they are releasing it again, because they want to see how it does, with the PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and I think if it does well, we will see a Zombie 2, not a Zombie U2, a Zombie 2. One thing about this game that will not be returning, they said one thing that won't be returning, however, is the single system multiplayer, which used to task one player with placing zombies in the path of a survivor. Unfortunately, without the touchscreen, this isn't possible. That's what they said. What do you guys think on that? Without the touchscreen, that really isn't possible.
I think that's making the game inferior, personally. And shouldn't it, besides the better graphic, what would be the point to buy this? I mean, just really think about it. Okay,
well, I'll give you the point. A lot of people did not want to get the Wii U for certain games, okay? So a lot of people, I've seen when this game came out, they said, oh, I'd get that game, but if it wasn't on the Wii U. I heard that. I heard that around the time that this game was coming out. So now we'll see if that's true. Some of those people that were holding off, from getting it because they didn't want to buy a Wii U, now that it's on other consoles, let's see if they buy it. Time will only tell.
Features, though, like no local multiplayer, wouldn't it have more features?
Yeah, but that's something that I usually see Nintendo fans cry about. They don't like less features taken out of their game. Now it's kind of turned. Now it's coming from the Wii U to the PS4, Xbox One, and there's less features. Let's see if these people on this side bitch about that and don't buy the game because of that.
Okay, we'll see.
The tides have turned, buddy. So now we're going to see a little difference here, because usually it's always games that went third party to the Wii U. They go, oh, I don't want Sniper Elite. It don't have multiplayer. They stripped half the game. Same thing with Splinter Cell Blacklist. Oh, no single player co-op or local play co-op. We're not buying that shit. Now let's see what they say on this side. I don't think that's a big feature. That was a cool feature, outside of being sarcastic and everything. That was a cool feature. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that's a deal breaker. It was cool to see like zombie survive. Your zombie running around on somebody else's screen. That was cool. I did like that, but I don't think it's going to be a deal breaker. I don't think they could sell this game at $60 though. I think they need to go cheaper. I couldn't see this game selling for $60.
$15 to $30 at best.
$30. That's what I'm calling it. That should be fair. $30. 50 tops. If they're gonna do it for 60, 50 would look better. $60 is way too much. But I think 30 would be a good deal. 50, I could see people that didn't play it on the Wii U buying it. I would not buy it for 50. I'd buy it for 30. Since you joined the, what happened?
Especially if it's only single player.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's single player. Yeah, the multiplayer part, you don't know the multiplayer part of it, Ozzy? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I think a lot of people back then didn't really play the multiplayer. They only played the single player, so, I think people are going to be satisfied.
Well, no, what this game is, the multiplayer feature basically is when your zombie... Well, how was it, Old Dirty? When your zombie died, like, say I died in the game, if Old Dirty was playing, he would see my zombie. Was that it, Old Dirty?
Yeah, I can actually see your zombie and I can kill you, or you try to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's not like a total multiplayer feature, like where you're actually competing against each other, like it's hard to explain. It's like something they implemented in the game was actually pretty cool. It's kind of like Shadow of Mordor. If you like with the whole Nemesis system for Shadow of Mordor, if you go after one of the dudes that like one of the guys and like one of the trolls or whatever that killed me or something, or I hurt them, Old Dirty will see that guy later on, one of them trolls or whatever they're called in that game. I forgot the exact name, but you'll see it. You'll see one of the ones that fought me or something, right, Old Dirty?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like that, but with zombies. It's actually a pretty cool feature. I actually liked it. Since Levon's joined, what do you think about the whole 25.3 million units sold on the PS4 and Driveclub hitting 2 million? What's your thoughts on that?
I think that's great for Driveclub and Sony. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep hyping. Keep getting all them third-party games. Keep getting more third-party exclusives. All that. Just keep it up. Because I think that what's selling the PS4 is hype, third-party, and power, I guess. And yeah. That's what I think is selling. If the Xbox One didn't get the whole DRM treatment, I think that the Xbox One will sell a little bit more or be on par with the PS4.
Okay. What's your whole thoughts on Driveclub, Levon?
I think that's good, but has the game been fixed? I hear that was broken or something.
Game works fine. I own it.
Okay.
See, one thing about YouTube, man, that you're going to have to learn. I don't know if a lot of people learn this. YouTube loves to make things look worse than they are, even when they're fixed. Okay, let's say Assassin's Creed Unity. They went on about that game forever, saying it's broken. And one thing, too, always think, when something's broken on YouTube, it's broken forever. Master Collection doesn't work. If I was to ask some people on YouTube, they'll tell me it doesn't work. I played the damn thing the other day online. You know, Driveclub, I could ask some people that hate Sony. Oh, that thing don't work. It works now. Okay? A lot of these games on YouTube that come out that have a rough start, these people on YouTube will make it look like it's been a rough... It will always be like that. It'll never get fixed.
I was asking.
Say it again, Levon. I couldn't hear you quite.
I was just asking. That's all.
Oh, okay. How's it going, Wolflow?
What's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'll fix your sound right now. It's kind of hard tonight for some reason. When I'm hearing certain people, I can't hear them, but it's getting better. Something's up tonight.
Yo, what's good, boys?
Yeah, thanks for joining, man. Haven't had you on. Well, you joined not too long ago on one of my podcasts.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm glad to have you tonight. I'll catch up what we talked about so far. We talked about Driveclub hitting 2 million. PS4 hit selling 25.3 consoles sold. That's pretty impressive because it actually outsold the PS2 at the time it actually reached this point. You know, PS2 it took 2 years and 8 months to reach 2 million. PS4 did that without even hitting 2 years yet. You know, did it within less than 2 years. Sold 25.3 million.
Yeah, there's.
Talked about Zombie. What's your thoughts? I know it's a lot to ask you at one time, but what's your thoughts on all that to catch you up?
As far as I don't know about Driveclub, but I haven't played it. But as far as sales go, man, you can't knock that momentum because developers are going to want to get on board with that. Like, they're all over it already, man. Square's gone home with the PS4, man. Look at Square Enix right now. All the deals they're making with them. It's crazy, and like they've got a few JRPGs already still dropping this year, and they've got a crap ton of them dropping next year and beyond, man. It's ridiculous. I won't even be able to play nearly all of them, and I'm talking about good ones that I want to buy day one. I'm not just talking about like your shovelware JRPGs.
Yeah, because with the PS4, you know a lot about the exclusives that are like the RPGs and stuff. Would you say that PS4 has a decent amount of exclusives?
Yeah, well, they're exclusive to the PS4 and the PS3 and the Vita, a lot of them. But the PS4 version's a lot more enhanced than the Vita version. Completely different, and they're running them in different engines a lot of the time. When you look at the Dragon Age, Dragon Quest 11 coming out, that looked beautiful, man. You look at a lot of these games, just like the They've shown screenshots of that new Arc System game, or Arc. Man, I'm cheesing out. I forget who's making it, but man, it looked beautiful. A bunch of these games, man. We got some not quite as nice looking ones, but they got good story and stuff like that, like Sword Art Online. That's coming out this year, and just a ton of them coming out next year.
Yeah, so there's a fairly, like, cause we were talking earlier, you know.
Persona 5 too. Sorry.
Yeah, Persona 5, I keep forgetting that one. That one's coming too. But we were just talking in general, like what the PS4 has right now as exclusive. Do you think it should be selling as well as it is?
Well, it's a next-gen console, and it's got a lot more games than the other systems. That's a fact. So people are going to go towards it. They want a next-gen system. They're like, which one am I going to go with? I'm going to go with this one. You got to pick something. A lot of people are still on last gen. They're still making that transition.
I think now it's safe to... Would you think it's now safe to say you should be into next gen somehow with as cheap as these consoles are, or at least have one next gen console?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're smart, then you're just gonna play bargain bin games from last gen if you can hold off and you're patient. But a lot of us, you know, we just want to see the next new thing. We want to see this. We just want something more. That's all.
Yeah, I could respect that. See, I don't know. I remember the first year of the PS4. I wasn't really satisfied with it. I liked it a lot, but not real satisfied like I am with every console I usually buy. Like, I'm just talking this generation in general. Whenever from past generations, when I bought a console, like when I got the 360, for example, man, that console was just, I loved it. It was like you went into HD. I thought it had a decent lineup. I liked the lineup on it. The PS2, I really loved that when that started out. It was just good. But this generation, when I like going into it in the beginning with the Wii U and the PS4 from the start of each console and the Wii U in general for its 3 years I had it, I was just kind of disappointed. But right now the PS4 is at a point. If you can't find anything to play on it now, I don't understand that. I can't understand that. There's stuff to play now. I could hear people saying that within its first year, but not now. There's third party. There is exclusives. I mean, it is a good console. It's definitely a good console.
Well, you liked the Order, right?
Yeah, I'm one that defends the Order. A lot of people hated the Order. I liked it. Okay, I'll sit here and be fair. Was the Order worth $60? You know, to me it was. For a lot of the games I played, but to be fair to a gamer that likes to save their money and maybe wait for prices go down, yeah, wait till it goes to $30 and you got a great game. Okay, then you can argue about how long. The argument of how long the game is doesn't exist anymore. You pay $30 for it.
What about
you get some short and some long. You know, some games people will never even get to the end of. They'll never even see the end of, like Bloodborne and Witcher, unless they're actually, you know, gamers.
Well, to be
They're
fair,
not just casual.
a Witcher game. If you were playing all these games that are coming out, games like The Witcher and Fallout, like those games take up a lot of time. If you're gonna play those games, and that's all you gotta play. That's it. And some people like to jump around and play different games. But I do agree with you. Like a hardcore gamer would run right through that.
Yeah, and then sometimes a game like The Order can help balance that out. You get a variety.
Yeah, you don't have to. Every game don't have to be fucking 10 years long.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, but yeah, pretty much. What do you think about the whole zombie thing, Wolfo? Do you think it's gonna do good on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC?
I don't think so, because there's so many zombie games already out, and there's just more coming. There's always more coming, and I think it's an older game now, and there's more to look forward to with more innovative creatures and fighting mechanics. I mean, yeah, it had its own mechanics to it. That was cool. But I mean, like, what really, as far as the zombies, like, what did they really bring to the table as far as how you interact, or how different, how unique they were as creatures? Because I noticed a lot of the zombies are all like the same kind of shit. in all these games.
Well, Zombie U is actually pretty good, like for like how they did the whole multiplayer aspect in the game, where you're zombie. Like later on, I might see old dirty zombie or something walking around, and I kill it. It had some cool little features in there, and it actually was a pretty decent zombie game. They actually did it fairly well, you know. It was your average zombie game, but it actually had, you know, they actually did some things right, which I noticed, like, if you go back to a game like The Walking Dead Survival Instinct, that was overall fucking horrible. That was a terrible game. And that was exclusive on the Wii U, right? Or was it on PS3 and Xbox 360?
It was multiplayer.
Okay, it was a multi-plat, but it was a complete trash game. But if you go over to Zombie U, it was actually done right. You know, it actually was a fairly good game. Is it something totally different? No. Is a lot of these games totally different? No. I mean, let's be fair.
Not really.
Yeah, I haven't really played a game recently that really was anything different from other games I've ever played in a long time. You know, it's been years since I've played a game like that. The only game I could sit here and honestly say that something that surprised me in a game that I didn't see for, like, I've never seen nothing like this on consoles, but there might be a game out there like it, with Shadow of Mordor, the whole Nemesis program. That was interesting. Like, when you go after, like, the chief, and then he's, you know, how you take over the chiefs and, you know, different ranks of villains in it. It was pretty cool. Like, I thought that was awesome.
I heard they're going to implement that into Mad Max, too. Something similar.
I figured they were. When they said Mad Max was going to be the next Shadow of Mordor, I said they're putting that in there, because that was one of the cool features of Shadow of Mordor. I could see it being just like Shadow of Mordor, but you're going around on cars and running into villains and stuff of different, you know, higher ranked villains, you know.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
That's a game that's under a lot of people's radar that I think is going to be a good game. Would you say so, Wolflow, or no?
Both that and Just Cause, both made by Avalanche Studios. All their games end up great, but under people's radar.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them.
Yeah, I've been looking at that Mad Max here for a little while. I don't hear many people talk about it. I don't understand why. Like, I think a lot of people are thinking that Mad Max this is like a movie game. They think it's going to be like just from the movie. It's actually its own story.
I don't blame them, man. With movie games.
Well, but it's nothing to do with the movie. The latest movie that came out, it's nothing from that story. It's its own story. So it's not like your generic movie game. Like a lot of people think, like a lot of these Spider-Man games that come out, they're really just like stuff from the movie, you know?
Some of them have been good.
What happened, Levon?
Some of them have been pretty good.
Yeah, some of the movie games were pretty good. Like I like that game from a while ago. It's I believe it was on the Super Nintendo. It was a movie game called True Lies. I actually liked the game. It was actually Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie, True Lies with Jamie Lee Curtis. They made that into a video game too. It was actually good. One thing I want to say in the podcast, so everybody in the live chat. They made the apps a lot different on the phones and stuff, so I can't see the live chat right now. I don't know how to get to it, so I'm sorry, I can't see it. I'm trying to figure it out, but I can't see the live chat. So anybody typing, thank you for watching the show. I can't figure out how to get to live chat. I'll figure it out probably next podcast or maybe during the podcast while I'm talking this time. So pretty much, what games is everybody looking forward to? Because there's a lot of games coming out in the next month or two. Which ones are you looking forward to, Wolflow? I'll go with Wolflow first.
Well, you mean in the next month or two, or the rest of the year?
Are you picking up Until Dawn? Are you picking up Metal Gear, Solid 5, Phantom Pain? Are you picking up Mad Max, Tony Hawk? I mean, the list goes on. The next 2 months. Let's be fair, just the next 2 months.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's releasing in that time frame, but yeah, definitely Mad Max, Just Cause after that.
Until Dawn?
Until Dawn, I'm going to grab for Halloween probably. I am pretty interested in that game though. But I am going to wait for sale on that because I have a lot of other ones pre-ordered. I got 30% off, so that one I wasn't quite sure until I saw the latest gameplay. And now I'm like, yeah, this looks interesting to me, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Until Dawn. I want to see what the reviews come out on that one. I really do. That's just one. If it's real, you'll know by reviews what that game's gonna be like. They show a little bit of it. I've watched some videos where the developers talked about it. They played the first 3 hours. That's I guess the demo that they tried out for it, and they said one of the journalists or whatever you want to call these guys from IGN, he played the game. And he said, judging by the trophy system or something, he could tell the game was like, I think 8 hours. I believe he said 8 hours, at least 6 to 8 hours it could be.
Yeah, but there's so many different options as to how.
Yeah, the first run through, like the game, then you can get a different ending. I heard there's different endings with every person or something, and I heard you can actually make the whole everybody survive actually somehow.
That's gonna be a cool game.
Mm-hmm. What about those? Huh?
I love like Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, where you have multiple choices.
Mm-hmm.
What you could do in the game. This one looks like it's like in a horror movie type of setting, like Friday the 13th,
Yeah, it's set up like Friday the 13th. Yep. I think it'd be good. What now, Old Dirty? What do your pick now? You're for sure getting Until Dawn day one or no, or I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm picking it up day one.
Okay. Now you know a fairly amount. You've been watching a lot of the videos. What's your overall thoughts of Until Dawn?
I think it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty interesting mainly because I like Heavy Rain, and I know Heavy Rain had like different decisions you make. Somebody may die, somebody may survive, and I think I unlocked maybe like 3 or 4 different endings in that game because it had. I think they said it was up to like 6 different endings. Mm-hmm. I'm not Heavy Rain. I got multiple different endings, so I actually like Heavy Rain. I didn't get a chance to play Beyond Two Souls, but if they do remaster that, or I wind up getting another PlayStation 3, because my PlayStation 3 now has that yellow light of death, whatever. If I get it fixed or get another one, that's one game I will be picking up to play. But that Until Dawn, it's just the multiple options you have with the characters, to make them survive, or if they die, the whole outcome of the story will keep changing depending on your multiple times of playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Levon? What do you think of Until Dawn?
Just Cause 3 maybe? Stuff like that.
So the game. Okay, what I was asking though, are you interested in Until Dawn or no?
No. I could care less about it. Yeah.
Hey, what about Fallout 4?
Okay. Anybody getting Fallout 4 like what Wolfo mentioned?
No. I've never played Fallout, so I don't care for it.
Okay, I can respect that. Ozzy, what do you think about Fallout 4?
Looks very good to me, but people bitch at the graphics. You can believe it.
Oh yeah, there was people complaining about the graphics, but I don't know what they're complaining about. It looked good to me. I mean, it looked fairly good when I saw it at Bethesda's, that they showed at their show at E3.
People like to play it a lot for the sake of complaining.
Okay. What about you, Old Dirty? You interested in Fallout 4?
I doubt if I pick it up day one, but I will pick it up. I see that Fallout 4 and Tomb Raider has like the same release date, and if that is true, I grab Tomb Raider before Fallout 4.
Oh, so you're going to be one of the ones that, because there is a lot of people saying Fallout 4 coming out next to Tomb Raider is pretty much kind of like the same scenario with Wonderful 101 and Grand Theft Auto, how they Nintendo released Wonderful 101 around the time of Grand Theft Auto, and it was set up for failure. They're saying the same thing with Tomb Raider, not many people are going to get it on the Xbox One because Fallout 4 is coming. It's going to be destroyed. I don't think that's the case. I think people are going to pick up Tomb Raider.
I think.
What do you think,
Like,
Wolverine?
what does Tomb Raider really bring to the table that is so like people want so bad? Like what as far as the gameplay?
One thing you got to understand about Tomb Raider is now if you go back to the old Tomb Raider, it was a different Tomb Raider. You got Tomb Raider that you had puzzles to solve. Yes, the new one has puzzles, but not like back in the day. Back in the day was just a totally different Tomb Raider. This Tomb Raider nowadays is like, to me, in my opinion, is more like an Uncharted type rip-off Tomb Raider. Like they're trying to rip Uncharted off, go after that feel. But the original Tomb Raider was like a totally different game. But this new Tomb Raider, they say it's going to be based on more on like survival and stuff. You're going to have to survive. Like it's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be like the previous one. It's going to be more about survival. Maybe you'll have to hunt for food and all that shit. I don't know.
I don't think it was an Uncharted ripoff, but I did think it kind of just guided you through the whole game. Like everything was easy mode.
Yeah, the first Tomb Raider was easy to get lost.
And
I guess like John said. Now, did you say the old Tomb Raider was easy to get lost, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the new Tomb Raider, like Wolflow said, had guided you everywhere. That's what made me really irritated with the new Tomb Raider. It wasn't a challenge. It's like, oh, hit my survival instinct and I know where to go. The old Tomb Raider, you could get lost and get attacked by a fucking bear, and it was like you had to really figure out where to go.
No, the game was
a challenge. You had puzzles that were hard. This new Tomb Raider, I think I couldn't even sit here and say any of the puzzles were hard.
You were just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Just holding the controller.
Yep. But people love the new Tomb Raider because it looked beautiful. It looked beautiful. But I got the Uncharted feel from it. I just think that if I was to put the new Tomb Raider up against an Uncharted game, I would go with Uncharted. But if I was to go with an old Tomb Raider game and put it up next to Uncharted, that might be a different story.
You know why I like Uncharted 1? The first, not Uncharted, Tomb Raider. The reason why I like the, when they redid it, and it kind of reminds you of Uncharted. But the reason why I like it because I like it more of the story. It put me in the mindset of how Laura became Laura Croft, how she became the woman that we knew back in the PlayStation 1 day and Sega Saturn day. That's
not the one I know.
That's not the woman I know. I mean, I get what Old Dirty's saying, but this new Tomb Raider was basically built on sex appeal. That's all it was. Look how hot she looks in 1080p or whatever resolution it is.
Yeah, but
it wasn't like it was all basically graphics. Like this one was like all based on graphics, and it was like it wasn't Tomb Raider to me. I have to go with Wolflow on that one.
I see where you're coming from, Old Dirty.
It's like, to me, if you look past, of course it's going to be prettier graphics because on the systems that we have, but if you just look past the sex appeal of what they tried to do with her, with the hair and the boobs and all that. I mean, she did have that back in the 32-bit era, you know what I'm saying? But what I like about it is we didn't know too much about Lara Croft when she came out. We just knew that, she went in tombs and solved hard puzzles. The game was, kind of hard and it didn't hold your hand. But what I like about the new Tomb Raider is when they redid it, it was like telling the story of a young Lara becoming who she is now. And when I say now, of what she was back then when we was playing her on a 32-bit console.
I'll give you, she felt real as a character. She did feel real as a character. The thing that bothers me,
because she didn't have confidence in herself. She was Lara Croft, but she wasn't the Lara Croft that we know. And she had to build all that character and encourage her just to save her friends to get off that island. And we start to see Laura unfolding in front of our eyes. Not just the sex appeal or the graphics, but how Laura became to be Lara Croft that we knew back then in the 32-bit era, because we didn't know anything about her history.
But at the same time, it was trying to be realistic in that sense, but it missed the mark in so many ways because you can't be realistic in that situation. Like, you're getting nailed by spikes and stuff, and then you're coming back and whining about the stupidest little shit when, like, you just went through that, and then you're like, oh man, okay, hold on, I gotta go in. Fuck, I forget what I was gonna say. Fuck it.
I looked at it as just Uncharted with a lake.
Yeah, I got the Uncharted feel like Levon's saying right now. I got the whole Uncharted. It's like they seen Uncharted, what Naughty Dog was doing with that, and Square Enix went right for that. They lost what was great. The whole, I just loved the old Tomb Raiders. I loved how you didn't know where to go. Now they just made it to where it's like guide you the whole game, and it was more of a game based on special effects and shit than actual gameplay. Would you agree?
Off of sexy. It was better looking than new Lara Croft. That's just me.
I know one thing that stood out. The game was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. And the new Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, looks fucking beautiful too. I just hope it's a little bit more, I hope it's different. I hope it's more based on the older Tomb Raiders. I hope it isn't going to guide me through the whole game. If I had to complain anything about The Last of Us, that was another game that guided you through the single player, guided you through it, right through it. But if you played it on a harder mode with it, it didn't matter if you got guided. That what's the hardest mode on Last of Us? Hardened, or am I mixing it up? Grounded. My bad. That's if you're getting guided or not. That's a hard mode to play on.
Yeah, you had to be strategic at that point. Sure.
But yeah, that's cool. We got into a gaming discussion. I mean, I do like that. I like when that happens. That's one thing that Wolf always brings to the podcast.
Have anyone played the first the first Street Fighter game? Is that pretty? Yeah.
The first Street Fighter game, like you talking about the original one?
Yeah, I played it. Yeah, it's Ryu, Ken, Sagat, Adon, Ritsu, and it had have you played the first Street Fighter?
The first Street Fighter, if my memory serves me correct, I played it in the arcade and it only had two fighters, like Ryu and Ken. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're talking about
Fighting Street. Never mind.
No, you're not wrong. Wolflow, can you remember the first Street Fighter? I could be wrong. Wasn't it just two fighters?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
And there was a version that they made for the TurboGrafx 16 called Fighting Street.
I don't know. I'm talking about the arcade. I remember just Ryu and Ken. That was it. Am I right, old Brady, or?
What, the very first Street Fighter just had Ryu in it.
Huh?
The first Street Fighter was just Ryu. Sagat was the boss, Sagat, and I think Don was in it. The guy that kind of reminds you of Sagat. He was in it.
Oh, I thought it was just Ryu and Ken because I remember it in the arcade. That was a long time ago.
It had countries to play in, like China.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What is it on the? What made you bring that up, Levon?
I don't know.
Okay, it's alright.
Maybe because it's the not looking data.
Yeah, see, I remember in the arcade just Ryu and Ken. I could be wrong. It's been a while. I used to play Street Fighter back in the day. A lot of Street Fighter 2. I'm trying to think of the first one.
I remember it was like 1,000 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
1,000 frames. Let me see.
On a CNOT.
Since we're on, okay.
Dave?
Yeah, what did you have to say, Ozzy?
Can we talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger being in the WWE game?
Oh, good topic, yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger, they're going to bring the Terminator into WWE 2K16. What do you guys think about that? Cash grab, or Ozzy, you go first?
Yeah, I think it's a cash grab because, what's with Hulk Hogan, gone from the WWE, wasting completely of existence. I mean, Hulk Hogan who? Hulk Hogan who? That's what the WWE is doing now, but, Arnold Schwarzenegger being the new WWE game in 2016, it's like, a replacement type of thing. Forget about Hogan. Focus on Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think about that, Levon? Terminator pretty much being in the new wrestling game, WWE 2K16.
That's cool. That's great. That's great.
Do you think it's a cash grab? I thought it was a cash grab right when they saw it.
To me.
I think it's a little bit more advertisement. That's all it is to me.
I mean, what move is it gonna use?
What did you say?
I don't know. Maybe it's gonna have a gun in it. I mean, maybe they're gonna start shooting wrestlers, because I would have thought Terminator would have been in Mortal Kombat before it had been in wrestling.
I don't know about that.
It's still real to me, damn it!
I mean, I don't. When I first saw that, I thought it was something fake. I was like, Terminator in a wrestling game. Okay. Because I remember people were talking, for the next Mortal Kombat characters, they wanted to see, some people want to see Freddy, some people want to see Spawn, and then I heard Terminator possibly in the Combat Pack too. But then I saw Terminator in wrestling, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what's he gonna do in wrestling? How can anybody beat a how can anybody out wrestle a fucking Terminator?
Why don't they just put Spawn in there while they're at it?
I mean, I thought it was fake when I first saw it. What about you, Old Dirty? What do you think of that one?
Wait a minute, say that again.
Terminator is a new character in WWE 2K16. Like, the new character, like bonus character. What do you think of that?
Why? that's my whole thing. Like, why is the Terminator in a wrestling game? I don't get it.
I don't know. I thought it was fake, like I said when I first saw it, but he is a playable character from what I know in the new the next WWE game.
Well, then I'm assuming he's just going to be unstoppable.
I mean, I don't see how you hurt a Terminator. I don't know what they're going to do, a pile driver on a Terminator. I think he'll get up from that.
Yeah, I can just see the Terminator just doing one move and they not getting up.
I mean, I could be wrong, but
The Terminator bomb.
See, they just run out of shit now.
That's
all they did. They just run out of ideas.
Yeah, that was some news that did come out. I'm glad you brought that up, Ozzy, because that's one thing I want to talk about. I think, in my opinion of it, I think it's fucking stupid. I don't know how they're gonna put the Terminator in a wrestling game. Now, like I said, Mortal Kombat, I could see that, but not wrestling. It's just that's just odd. Like, that was something that like I said, I thought was fake, but it is what it is. Next thing I want to talk about. You have all these people bitching about PlayStation Plus. They're all saying, they have hashtag, what was it, hashtag fix PSN or something, something going around. PlayStation Plus, I guess Yoshida said he is going to be doing a PlayStation Plus subscribers to vote thing, which pretty much is they're going to give you like maybe a list of games. I don't know how it's going to be done yet. But you're going to probably get like a few games and everybody votes on them. The info for the games that they're going to let you choose is going to be coming in the near future, but pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to vote on some games, and whatever game gets the most votes, that game is going to be the PlayStation Plus game, and the rest of the games are going to be discounted. What do you guys think of that?
Cool, I guess. That's cool.
It's cool depending on, I would say, what kind of games they are. If they're AAA games and we get the vote, and then the other ones get discounted, that's cool. And we get one free AAA game, but is it going to be indie games? What's the situation?
Yeah.
Dave, I've been saying since the beginning, man. Well, last gen and going into this gen, gold was ass. PS Plus had them like down packed. That's a fact, man. You can ask anybody about that shit. But I knew it would start going downhill now that it's mandatory and now that PS4 is successful. It was gonna happen, man. Because they know that they have everybody by the ball, so they're just gonna slowly diminish the service, and you're not gonna see those amazing games. Like, because why would they do that when you're already paying? Doesn't make sense. So that's the reality of it, man. I do like the fact that they are giving you some choice now. It's better than nothing. But
What about you, Old Dirty? What do you think about this? Aussie Gamer, what do you think about it? About the whole thing with the new PlayStation Plus thing? What they're going to let you do is vote on a game. I guess a list of games. All the information isn't out yet, but this is what Yoshida said. It's going to be some kind of list of games. You vote on it, and then whatever game gets the most votes is a free PlayStation Plus game, and then the rest are discounted. What do you think of that? Do you think that will fix hashtag? Will that make the people happy with PSN or PlayStation Plus?
Somewhat it fit, you know what I mean, but at least we can choose what we want, so that's good, at least, you know what I'm saying? Choose which game we want to play for PlayStation Plus. At least we get the option, you know.
hey, wait, wouldn't it be better if you could actually choose and not just vote?
Yeah, that would be better.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know how it is going to be. This was the information that was just released. We'll know more about it, but this is what they're planning to do. I think it'll be great if they give you a good list of games. Like, if it's going to be indie games, I don't know. I don't know how great that's going to be. But if it's actual, like, AAA games, that's not bad.
You know what I don't like about it? Is that you're going to get a lot of the same old popular stuff, which isn't necessarily better. Just because it's popular does not mean it's better. Just like in music, man. So, you're going to get all the typical games.
So you wouldn't want a list of Mortal Kombat X, Grand Theft Auto 5, Driveclub, and Battlefield, or something like that, or maybe Metal Gear? I'm just saying, I don't think the list could be like, but what if the list was like that? Would that not be a good list?
Well, yeah, and I think that it's good that more than likely people are going to choose a game that's more successful over something that's shovelware. So that's a good thing. Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, Wolflo. You're saying, like, you like some of the indies and stuff that we do get, like Rocket League and stuff?
Yeah, I see both sides.
Okay. And Rocket League is a great game. I mean, it actually is a pretty damn good game that they gave us. That was, one of the indie games that I was really impressed with. And so that's fine. I just want to know what the list is. We don't know what the list is going to be or how it's all going to be done quite. I do know it's going to be some kind of voting system. And then whatever games are on whatever list it is that we have to choose from, the rest of them are going to be discounted. I don't know what the exact list is. This is all information that will be coming in the near future, they said.
Oh, if you have PS Plus and you didn't download Rocket League, just go ahead and stop gaming.
Now, Rocket League is having DLC coming. It's called the Fury DLC pack. Do we have to pay for that? I don't know if that...
But that's free, Dad.
Oh, it's free? Okay, so they're giving you free DLC too with that game. Damn, that game's pretty good. I thought they were going to start making their money off the game charging for DLC with this pack, but I guess it's free, so that's cool. Yeah, a lot like Wolfo says, if you didn't download Rocket League and at least try it, I don't know what you're doing, Pretty good game. other than that, I really don't have too much more. Any other news you guys got? I think it was a pretty good podcast for the most part.
Yeah.
Not trying to go like 2 hours long. I'm trying to really cut down on the time in these podcasts. I can't even barely watch a 2-3 hour podcast myself, somebody else's. So I'm hoping, I don't want to put nobody else through that torture. I just like to keep them short lately, and this one did run a little time, but more than I wanted. But I appreciate everybody joining. Wolflow, thank you for coming back, man.
Awesome podcast, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime, man. Ozzy Gamer, your first appearance on a Dave's Had Enough show. Thank you for coming, man. Hope you come back.
Oh, I will. I do love that.
That's awesome. Thanks, man. Lavon, thank you for coming back. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave.
Anytime, buddy. And the old Dirty 33, as always, thank you for joining the podcast.
Oh, no problem, Dave. Anytime.
And everybody watching, I will figure out what's up with the comment section. I think I'll have to do it from my laptop or something. I don't know what the hell's going on, but the apps are different now. I used to use my tablet to look at the live chat because when I do it with my laptop's kind of fucked up. It'll make the podcast be all screwed up, so I try not to run too many things on my laptop when I'm doing the podcast because it's got a lot of viruses, but I'll fix it. I'll figure it out. More podcasts come later, YouTube.